This week we have several big seizures from around the world. 2,000 kilos, which is 2 tonnes, was seized in Spain. 1,000 kilos, which is 1 tonne, in Australia. And a record-breaking 8 tonnes was seized in the Netherlands in the Port of Rotterdam. The first story is from the Netherlands with the seizure of the 8 tonnes, where Dutch authorities have confirmed that they discovered it in a shipping container full of bananas last week. According to the Public Prosecution Office, they said that it's got a street value of £600 million, and this would make it the largest seizure they've ever had, and it came from Ecuador and went via Panama. Dutch authorities did not reveal the company or the shipping container at first, but Danish media contacted Maersk and they admitted that their shipping containers were used. So this is an industrial level of importation with 8,064 kilo packages of cocaine discovered in 12 pallets of bananas. Custom officers found the packages during the check and they used drug detection dogs and a container scanner. The case is under investigation and the drugs, they said, have been destroyed. But this is very unusual because they like to put a lot of publicity on the fact they've made a big seizure, but there's no pictures of these drugs and they've just disappeared, and apparently they've already been destroyed. The largest seizure in the world before this was in Philadelphia and it was £1.3 billion, and this was in 2021, but this has surpassed it considerably, and the authorities are definitely, they said, going to keep an eye out for more large shipments coming into Rotterdam ports. In this second story coming from Spain, it involves 2,000 kilos, which is 2 tonnes, and a ship was stopped and it was flying a British flag, the United Kingdom flag, the Union Jack. The Customs Service Agency in Spain said that they intervened when a 13-foot sailboat called Nightfalls that was flying the flag was 30 miles north of Santander. They was carrying approximately 2,000 kilos of cocaine, worth around €70 million. The operation began when the international collaboration was initiated between the Cyber Intelligence Agency and also Border Force. The National Crime Agency for the United Kingdom was also involved in the operation. As a result of the information, the vessel was suspected of transporting illicit drugs into South America, and they believed they were destined eventually for Europe. They located the ship and then gained access and searched it and found bales that contained cocaine, and then removed them from the ship and arrested several crew members. The 4 people that were arrested were Spanish and Colombian nationals. So we'll definitely keep you updated on anything to do with that story. And also in Spain as well, police seized 200 kilos from underneath a ship. This is a new technique that narcos are using, where they just strap the drugs to the bottom of the hull of a ship and then collect them later on when they come into dock at the destination that they desired. This has become very popular in the past few years, with a lot of different examples of this technique being used, and sometimes even more drugs being strapped underneath it in ingenious type methods. In this next story, going over to Australia, where the Australian Federal Police have seized nearly a tonne of cocaine destined for Western Australia. 2 men have now been charged with that, and one of them was the captain of the ship that they found the drugs on, and the other was the chief engineer. They are both from Montenegro. Police alleged that the kilos of cocaine were hidden in the cargo carrier and they planned to drop it overboard near the Fremantle coast to be collected by another group. The captain of the ship directed the vessel to a different location that they were destined to go to in order to be able to rendezvous with the other ship, but it was alleged that the meeting didn't go through and the drugs were kept on top of the ship. Once they entered the port, they was then searched and the drugs were found, and police arrested 3 men aged 21, 25 and 29, and they also arrested people that was in charge of the ship that was meant to meet them. The Assistant Commissioner for Perth said these individuals went to great lengths to hide their criminal activities from law enforcement, and Australian partners have worked together in order to be able to seize the drugs and arrest several people. Our message to organised crime groups is that we will not stop until we arrest you and put you behind bars. So really appreciate you joining me for these updates. I'll be back again very shortly with some more street news. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and follow on social media at Scarcity Studios, and email your stories to news@scarcitystudios.com. Peace.